So guys, we're coming back from Art Libreria. Oop. This is a two-way road. I can't believe it. Go look. Look at this. Okay, that's right. You got to stop and give way to them, and then I can go. Yes. Whoa. This is very rare to have a two-way road, two lanes, a two-way. Film this, man. Look at this. I've never been on this road. It's telling me to go down this road, man. It's like, this is where you get killed. This is the get killed road, if ever there was one. Okay, Mercury is retrograding. Woo! Dang diddly. Oh no! Shit! Is this a Hollywood movie? I've never been on this road. Oh, thank God it's over. Ugh. That was a pyramid. An underground pyramid, that one. That bump.
In 600 meters, turn left onto Benito Juarez.
So we're coming on to the Benito Juarez, Avenida Benito Juarez. He was from the 1800s. And yeah, there's still, was he a hero, was he a villain? Like everyone, Ned Kelly. By the way, I grew up 20 minutes from where Ned Kelly grew up. I gotta go straight, but oh shit, left. Okay, do I go left? Shit! Oh my God! I'm gonna concentrate. I had a really good story to tell you. I grew up 20 minutes from Ned Kelly, guys. He grew up he did all his deeds in Glen Rowan. I grew up in Worrowley, in Kelly Country. So, everywhere Ned Kelly went, I've been hundreds of times. To Glen Rowan, hundreds of times. We both went to the same jail, Beechworth. We both went to the Melbourne jail. He went down as a hero and a villain. I want to go down as a hero and a villain. I don't just want to be a hero. I want to be a villain too. So, but oh God, what am I supposed to do? Turn right? Turn on? I don't know where I'm freaking going, man. Okay, I'm on the right way. So, where I grew up, he also went to he also went to the Wangaratta. He went to court twice in Wangaratta. That's where I went to college. I went to college in Wangaratta. And also after his death in 1881, they held a royal commission in Wangaratta, where I went to Wangaratta Tech College. Went to the same jail, Beechworth. Went to the same jail, Melbourne. So, Kelly country is Beechworth, Myrtleford, where I was born, Wirraley, what am I supposed to do here, man? Wait, keep going. Oh man, this is scary. I've never been here before. Okay, so here's a little bit of history for you. Ned Kelly was an Irishman. The first full-length feature film was based on Ned Kelly, the Kelly Gang, 1906. The first full-length feature film in history. The second one was Dante's Inferno in 1916. Ned Kelly beat Dante by 10 years. No, 6 years, sorry. And I grew up 20 minutes from Ned Kelly. He was an Irishman. Now, after the Royal Commission, it was found that there was so much corruption in the Wangaratta police, which have also harassed my family. There was so much corruption that a lot of police had to resign, and so much scandal in the case of Ned Kelly. There were 70,000 petitions signed for him not to get hanged. You see, Ned Kelly was part of the Greta mob. Now, when I was a Jehovah's Witness, I used to go knocking on people's doors in Greta and Moreau and Glenrowan as a good Jehovah's Witness. Yeah? And Ned Kelly was part of a gang. It was called the Greta Gang. And the Wangaratta police, still corrupt. They were out to get Ned Kelly and the Hart family. Steve Hart. Yeah, Heath Ledger played Ned Kelly. Mick Jagger played Ned Kelly. There's more movies about Ned Kelly than any other hero. So what he was trying to do was he was trying to start a republic called the Republic of Greta. Greta is the next shire or county from my shire, the Shire of Oxley. The Shire of Oxley, where I grew up, the next shire, Greta, was where Ned Kelly wanted to start a republic, because corporate America was getting real dirty with stealing people's money. And Ned Kelly died in 1880, Billy the Kid in 1881, and Jesse James in 1882. All Irishmen.
Turn right onto Dr. Rafael Pacheco Luna.
Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it? Think about that for a bit. So, I grew up from a historical event. Ned Kelly, the first Iron Man in history, and the first person to get a full feature film in 1906, Ned Kelly, died because he was trying to start a republic free from the corporations. Yeah. Think about that. Right 15 minutes from where I grew up. Went to the same jail, Beechworth and Melbourne. Went to the same courthouse, Wangaratta. Fancy that. I went to the Wangaratta Tech College in the 70s, and I've been to that courthouse so many times. You can see photos, I think, of Ned Kelly standing in front of the Wangaratta courthouse. It's the same courthouse. And I've been there many times, and my brother. And Ned Kelly went there twice for petty stuff. But his royal commission was held in Wangaratta, and tens of people were disgraced for hanging him. They were disgraced. They lost their careers. I'm talking commissioners. I'm talking serious people, political people. They murdered a man. They went after him and his mother. And the Australians know that he was a hero. We, even though I'm Victorian, my accent gives it away, Melbourne. Even though I'm Victorian, and Ned Kelly was born in Victoria and died in Victoria, he died 20 minutes from where I grew up. I've got to turn here. Mercury retrograde.
100 meters, turn left onto Carretero International.
All right, man. I'm on
de
the...
Dominguez,
So,
San Cristóbal de las Casas.
So, Billy the Kid. Bob Dylan wrote a song about him in one of his best albums, actually. Pat Barrett and Billy the Kid, where he says, "Billy, they don't want you to be so free." Bonnie and Clyde. Clyde was born on the 24th of March. 24th of March. Aries. Heroes and villains. And the Irish again, fighting against corporate America, like Robin Hood, stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. So I guess I grew up with the Ned Kelly spirit, Kelly country. So all you Irish listeners, you'll appreciate that. Ned Kelly used to go to the Wangaratta horse races. In fact, Steve Hart lived just behind the Wangaratta racetrack, one of Australia's best horse race tracks. Famous. No, Joe Byrne. I think it was Joe Byrne. Anyway, the Kelly gang consisted of Ned Kelly, Dan Kelly, Steve Hart and Joe Byrne. So one of these two guys lived behind the Wangaratta racetrack, and it was known that Ned Kelly used to go and race. Watch the races, rather. The whole gang did. But this gang, as soon as the corrupt elite of Wangaratta, a very Tartarian town, by the way. Wangaratta Courthouse, check it out, Tartarian building. So when the politics and the wealthy found out that this gang called the Greta gang were trying to start a republic, they knew that their lives were numbered. How are you going to win against a death cult that is hell-bent on bloodshed? And Ned Kelly made a suit of iron, and that was very heavy. And they chopped him down at the knees and took him to the Beechworth jail until he could. He was healed enough. And like me, then they sent him down to Melbourne, where they hanged him. So, I guess the moral of the story is that, as Bob Dylan said in Pat Barrett and Billy the Kid, Billy, they don't want you to be so free. And I hear that Pat Barrett has your number. So, I guess I want to give a tribute to the greatest hero who ever lived, Ned Kelly. And what an honour for me to do it, because I'm the one that grew up 20 minutes from him, and no one else can do that. And claim to have gone to the same jail, Beechworth and Melbourne, and both to be rebels with a cause. He wanted a free republic, the Republic of Greta, so that with a mob and the corrupt Wangaratta police let him be murdered. They harassed him and harassed him and harassed him. And it was his traitor Irish supposed friend that they eventually killed. Alexander, one of their friends, an infiltrator, Irishman, whom later Steve Hart killed, Vendetta, who betrayed the Kelly gang. I've got to concentrate here.
Turn left onto Carretera International, Comiton de Dominguez, San Cristóbal de las Casas.
Yeah, I'll have a rest. Just film that. Film the Indigenous woman there. Ned Kelly, the hero. And the horse that won the Melbourne Cup was Grand Flaneur. Great horse, one of Australia's greatest horses, Grand Flaneur. He won the Melbourne Cup first week of November, just a few days before he was hanged. Grand Flaneur, 1880 winner of the Melbourne Cup. Because he loved horse racing. Ned Kelly used to go to the Wangaratta track. And that's where I went to Tech College. And then I left at 14 and a half because I knew, like Ned Kelly knew and AC/DC knew, that the system is fucked up.
Continue on Carretera International for 4 kilometers.
And so, Heath Ledger played Ned Kelly. Orlando Bloom was Steve Hart or Joe Byrne, I forget which one. And Mick Jagger played Ned Kelly in the 70s, but it was satirical. Ned Kelly played the hero archetype of Ned Kelly. And so did Heath Ledger. You won't see many, and this is why the original 1906 film of Ned Kelly has disappeared. Why? Because just like Heath Ledger and Mick Jagger portrayed Ned Kelly to be a hero, so did that film. Yeah. And the same old corrupt people don't want people to know that Ned Kelly was
Head north on Pedro
trying to
toward
start a
Privada
free
El Casas.
republic for Australia. I hope you Australians and Irish people are listening and spreading the word about Ned Kelly, the greatest hero of heroes.
In 200 meters, turn left onto Dr. Rafael Pacheco Luna.
Sorry, Sam Newman. He wasn't a criminal. You're an idiot. Everyone knows you're an idiot. John Newman. Freemason, fucktard. Opinionated buffoon. You eat a lot of bacon, Sam. Ned Kelly was a hero.
Pedregal toward Privada El Cascajal.
Yeah. And fuck the Freemasons. Sam Newman's a Freemason, of course. Yeah, sold his soul to the devil. Drives Lamborghinis. Thinks he's intelligent, but he's not. He's a dickhead. He's an opinionated, bacon-eating, bacon-looking buffoon. But he's got a lot of Botox
Head
and
southeast on Almalong Village.
surgery to try and make those saggy bacon wrinkles crisp up a bit.
Continue on Carretera International for 3 kilometers.
Why am I giving Sam Newman some attention? A thug and a criminal? Well, because he actually there's a video. Check it out. Sam Newman on Ned Kelly, and he's there in Beechworth. He goes to Beechworth, where we both went to jail. And Sam Newman says that Ned Kelly was a criminal, and how disgraceful it is that people think that he was a hero. Sam Newman, on your grave will be, I was a sellout Freemason. Yeah. You're not intelligent. You're indoctrinated. And you've got handlers. You're a repeater. You're a liar. You're a blasphemer. So, getting back to Ned Kelly, that he was a hero. Why don't you Freemasons and the Smithsonian's and the Jesuits tell the world that Ned Kelly was actually trying to start a free republic in Greta. Did you mention that bit, Sam? You kind of forgot that, or don't you know your history? Yeah, that's it. You don't know your history because you're an ignoramus. Someone who wants to start a free republic in criminal corporate Australia, ask the Aboriginals, is a hero. And you'll go down in history as a fuckwit, but Ned Kelly is still a hero. Always will be, Sam. You weren't good at Aussie rules, the best sport in the world. You weren't a good ruckman. You're not a great entertainer. You're a buffoon. A lot of people hate your guts, like really hate your guts. And Ned Kelly was a hero, and you're a bum. Sam Newman the bum, Ned Kelly the hero. Yeah, so getting back to my hero, you see, when I was going to Wirralli Primary School, the teachers were hippies. At the age of 9, Mr. Redfern, the hippie, he was teaching me rock and roll on the guitar. The Beatles, Cat Stevens, and Spanish guitar, and in the next lesson he'd be reading Lord of the Rings, Tolkien. And he knew that Ned Kelly was a hero. So he taught us that always remember, because he was a proper hippie. I was a hippie in the 70s. I used to wear the high heel shoes and the big gollywog hair, black hair, yeah? And the 6-inch high heel shoes. The disco shoes, yeah. So I did the disco to school with the high heel shoes. Everybody else was doing it, so I just did it. Listening to Led Zeppelin and living the hippie lifestyle, barefoot. You saw a video of me running on the stones. You're going to see me doing it again later on. And that's how I grew up. And I don't do that to show off at all. I do that to show what can be done.
What should be done?
Huh?
What should be done?
What should be done, yeah. Because I know people that have got diabetes and that are dying of cancer, and I say to them, do you ground? Do you walk on the grass, the sand, or anything? No. I cannot take my shoes off and walk on the grass. It hurts. And there I am running on stones. Right? It can be done, and doing that heals you, right? So I remember a guy who was dying with cancer, and I had him on the Tesla coil. Am I in the slow lane or am I in the fast lane? I keep forgetting.
I think it's the slow lane.
I'm in slow lane, right?
I think so, yeah.
Let's you take the. Because I better move here. All right, I'm making the move. Okay, so What was I talking about? No. What was I talking about?
The running on the stairs.
Yeah. So I'm doing this just to show what can be done. Now this guy, I put him on the Tesla coils, right? And I had my feet, like I've shown you in Instagram videos, I had my feet grounded on the floor while I was sitting on the Tesla pancake of my Tesla coil, and he's dying of cancer, and he was looking at me and he said, "Aren't your feet just burning?" And I said, "No." And he goes, "What the hell? How can you sit on that pancake?" Hola, guapos. Buen día. Ah, no está. So, I think I embarrassed them by calling them guapos. They're very sort of shy. Besides, I never say that, so I don't know why I said that. I always say hermano. Anyway, again, where was I?
The coils.
Huh?
The coils.
Yeah, so he was looking down at me, and he was wondering why my feet were not getting electrocuted. And he couldn't even use the coil with his feet grounded on anything because it would burn. And I said to him, do you ever go and ground? Do you ever earth? He says, "No, I can't even walk on grass. I can't even walk on grass." And he's still got cancer. So the lie is that you get parasites by walking on dirt and whatever. You don't. And just get some Epsom salts, not Epsom salts, maybe baking soda, vinegar, and wash your feet. I guarantee you, if you put some MMS in some water and soak your feet in 5 minutes, there won't be any parasites around in your feet. They'll be dead all the way to your brain. Anyway, I'm going to close off there, and Ned Kelly was a hero. And hats off to Ned Kelly. And all those heroes. Billy the Kid, who just wanted to be free. Bonnie and Clyde. Jesse James. Yeah, Jesse James. Yeah. So, anyway, see you in the next one.